Welcome, my wonderful adventurous Sagittarians. If you are a Sun or Rising Sagittarius or, that just love one of these amazing people, this deep dive is all for you.
It absolutely is.
We are here to lay out your cosmic roadmap for December 2025. And our mission today is, well, it's pretty clear, to arm you with the insight you need, the clarity, and frankly, that boost of enthusiasm to finish the year strong.
And step right into 2026 with confidence. And we are so ready to guide you. When we look at the big cosmic picture for December, I think the biggest headline is just this immense sense of relief.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes, and forward motion. In November, I think a lot of us felt like we were, driving with the handbrake on. It was all thanks to those 5 major retrogrades that kept everything kind of murky and slowed down.
That feeling of stagnation, that really complex, uncertain air, it's finally lifting.
It is absolutely lifting. As we enter December, we're down to only 2 retrogrades. Jupiter and Uranus. So this is basically the universe giving you permission to accelerate. For you, the momentum is building really, really rapidly.
Yeah.
And any of those fuzzy areas in your life are about to get, well, crystallized. It's time for action, for firm decisions.
Let's catch that wind and hit the ground running. We're diving into the first week, December 1st through the 7th. There's a really beautiful energy here of long-term rewards finally paying off, isn't there?
There is, and it's deeply structural. We have the continuing harmony of Jupiter, even though it's still retrograde, making a beautiful trine, which is just a smooth, effortless flow to Saturn, which is now moving direct.
Okay, let's just quickly define that for everyone listening. What parts of a Sagittarian's chart are those planets touching?
We're linking the 4th house and the 8th house. So Saturn is sitting in your 4th house, which governs your home, property, real estate, your foundational security.
Right.
And Jupiter is in your 8th house.
Yeah.
That deals with deep financial stuff, shared assets, inheritance, loans, other people's money. This alignment is pretty much cosmic proof that the disciplined effort you've been putting into stabilizing your home,
All that hard work.
or securing family property, it's about to receive a reward. Maybe a loan approval, an inheritance settlement, or some kind of beneficial financial restructuring.
So if you've actually been doing the groundwork, you're not paddling upstream anymore. The reward is tangible. It's structural.
Precisely. And what's really empowering here, my dear listener, is the personal growth angle. The sources note that Sagittarians are finally accessing a much higher level of emotional intelligence and self-trust.
I love that.
You're recognizing those old self-sabotaging patterns.
Yeah.
The things you used to trip yourself up on, and you're just choosing to stop. That realization alone is a huge personal victory.
That's the true Sagittarian wisdom finally kicking in. Now, what about those signature Sagittarian passions? Travel and, of course, romance.
Well, that's highlighted right at the start of the month, December 1st through the 3rd. You've got Venus moving through your 1st house of identity, and it's sextiling Pluto in your 3rd house of communication and short trips.
Ooh, nice.
This combination just opens doors for planning travel that's specifically connected to a romantic partner. Or maybe finding a really profound, deep transformation, like a real reset through a journey or an intense course of study.
So the universe is basically handing you the travel brochure, and it's time to book the ticket.
That's right.
Okay, let's shift gears into the middle of the month, so December 4th through the 10th. This period brings a lot of intensity around partnerships. We have the full moon in Gemini on December 4th, and it is lighting up your 7th house.
And the 7th house rules your committed relationships, marriage, official business partnerships. A full moon is always a culmination point. It's a moment of fulfillment, clarity, or sometimes completion.
So you could be finalizing a big decision.
Exactly. With a partner, maybe a commitment deepens in a big way, or maybe you decide to separate and you're finalizing the terms.
But that energy isn't just happening in a vacuum, is it? I see it squaring Saturn in the 4th house.
No, you're right. It's under pressure. That square to Saturn tells us that whatever relationship decision you're making, the commitment or the separation, it is inextricably linked to real estate, to property, to changes in your home life.
So you might be signing a deed, selling a house.
Or just deciding where you're both going to live next year. The emotional reality of the relationship is tied directly to the physical structure of your foundation.
That sounds like a heavy but really necessary cleanup operation in relationships. But now for some relief, the days right after, December 5th through the 9th, they bring some truly beautiful financial flow.
Yes, we have Mercury, your planet of communication, flowing just beautifully to both Jupiter and Saturn. This is concrete, positive news about money.
Okay.
The contracts being signed, loans getting approved, inheritance matters finally moving forward, or maybe just untangling those sticky financial conversations with family members. This is the moment when abstract hope becomes, documented reality.
And ideas, speaking of concrete reality, we have a really crucial note on how these transits play out for you.
This is so vital. You must always track your rising sign, darlings. It is so, so important. While the sun sign gives you the overall theme, it's the Sagittarians with the rising sign placement who will experience these events, especially that full moon and the friction that follows, much more visibly in their outer life.
So it's more direct action.
Much more. Pay very close attention to what happens in your partnership sphere this week if you're a Sag rising.
Unfortunately, every high peak seems to bring a moment of friction. Around December 8th and 9th, we hit the first major wall. Mars in your first house of self squares Saturn in your fourth house of home.
Ugh, yes. Mars wants speed. It wants initiative and forward movement in your personal life. And Saturn just says, hold up, not so fast.
Yeah.
This transit shows up as sudden frustration. You feel blocked, often by someone at home, a partner, a family member, or even just a conservative idea about your own security who's moving too slowly or resisting your pace.
It's that feeling of running full speed and just hitting a wall.
Exactly that. Disagreements over home stuff can absolutely peak right here.
And just to keep you on your toes, December 10th brings Mercury opposing Uranus in the 7th house.
Get ready for Surprise 2.0. This can be unexpected, disruptive news from a partner, a sudden shift in a business dynamic, or just communication issues, digital headaches. The key here is unpredictability.
Okay, so plan ahead.
Definitely. If you're planning a crucial talk or a major digital launch, pad the schedule because Uranus loves to throw curveballs from the partnership sector.
Thankfully, after December 11th and 12th, the communication field gets much smoother as Mercury moves into Sagittarius. Now, we move into the intense financial deep dive. This is spanning December 11th through the 21st. The major shift here is Mars entering Capricorn on the 15th, settling right into your second house of personal income.
This is a massive power-up. Mars, the planet of drive and action, is exalted in Capricorn. This means it performs at its absolute peak, especially in your second house of resources. This placement really transforms you into a highly motivated, structured financial self-starter. You are capable of creating strong systems for earning and accumulating wealth now. If you want to raise, start a side hustle, structure your budget. This is your time for disciplined material success.
That sounds incredibly profitable, but Mars always comes with a bit of a warning label, doesn't it?
It does, dear Sagittarians. Mars rules your 12th house, which is the house of hidden matters and self-sabotage. So while you are hyper-focused on earning money with Capricorn efficiency, you have to be extremely vigilant against sudden, unplanned, or unconscious spending habits. Don't let your ambition lead to impulsive, self-undermining purchases. Every dollar you earn should be treated with respect.
And we get a pretty important illusion check right before that mid-month peak, around December 13th to 15th when Mars squares Neptune.
Right. Neptune is in your 4th house, which rules your home life, and it often brings fog, confusion, delusion. So if you've been wearing rose-colored glasses about a property situation, a family financial matter, or maybe a repair you've ignored.
Procrastinating.
Exactly. Mars comes in like a shock of cold water. It is decisive, sometimes jarring clarity that just shatters the confusion. It forces you to make a practical, clear decision about your domestic life.
And now, the moment of self-redefinition. The new moon in Sagittarius on December 19th. This is a fresh start, and it's destined for your first house of self, identity, and your personal path.
This is the universe handing you a blank page. It's such a powerful moment for personal transformation, and over the next 6 months, this new moon promises to align you more closely with your deepest purpose.
And how might that show up?
It can manifest as a new career direction, a complete makeover of your personal brand, or even unexpected financial opportunities tied directly to your unique talents.
However, this empowering new moon is still tied into that tension we were just talking about. It lines up with those persistent squares to Saturn and Neptune.
Indeed. The entire stretch from December 16th to the 24th is, well, it's a pressure cooker for intimate relationships. You have the Sun, Venus, and Mercury all lining up against Saturn and Neptune in that domestic 4th house.
So,
my darling birds, love is really being tested in a fiery pot this month. This energy demands absolute realism about your home life, family conflicts, or those ongoing financial disagreements with a partner.
So what's the best advice?
Patience. Just patience. Acknowledge that the other person is also feeling this intense pressure, and try to find some empathy before you demand action.
Patience is key. Okay, we are now wrapping up the month December 24th through the 31st, focusing on consolidating those gains and navigating the final bits of logistics. On December 24th, Venus moves into your second house.
That is fantastic timing, a breath of fresh air. Venus in the second house supports your income and your pursuit of long-term financial security. It helps to ease any spending strain that Mars might have imposed, and it stabilizes your cash flow. It helps you attract beautiful things or beautiful money.
I'll take either. And finally, the end of year crunch. December 30th brings Mercury squaring Saturn one last time.
Yes, this often translates into clunky logistics or difficult, strained communication, especially around travel plans, holiday visits, or tying up financial fine print before the new year.
Oh, classic holiday travel stress.
Totally. Expect minor delays or unexpected obstacles in year-end travel or contract negotiations. The final advice is just to scrutinize every agreement, every itinerary, and every financial plan before January 1st.
So we harness that signature Sagittarian optimism to just leap right over those minor logistical hurdles.
Exactly. This December has been monumental. It was about defining who you are with that Sagittarius new moon and materially restructuring your life with Mars in the second house. You are entering the new year standing on incredibly solid, realistic foundations.
My dears, remember that the cosmos always, always supports the most adventurous spirit, and that is you. Every sound, grounded step you took this month has opened up a much wider horizon of freedom for your future. Don't let those little lingering tensions distract you from the momentum you've built.
I think the primary question you should carry into the new year is this. Now that you have a clear financial structure in place, how will you use that stability to finally fund the grand adventures you've been dreaming of?
I love that. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please don't leave us all alone out here in the cosmos. Show your love with a comment, subscribe to the channel, and hit that like button. It helps us keep bringing you this level of insight, and your engagement really does mean the world to us.
It really does.
Now, who is next on our radar? Let's see which other magnificent sign is ready for their cosmic spotlight.